Let's play Jeopardy! Here are today's categories: Pharaoh, Moses, the plagues, the wilderness, the commandments, and Genesis. So today we're just going to go down each row as we work through all of these questions. So starting with Pharaoh. Here we go. Good luck, players. $100 question from the category Pharaoh. Whom did Pharaoh want the Hebrew midwives to kill? The Israelite baby boys. $200 question from the category Pharaoh. How did Pharaoh try to weaken the Israelites? Pharaoh made them work hard making bricks or working in the fields. $300 question from category Pharaoh. What was the plague that finally let Pharaoh agree to let the Israelites go? The 10th plague, death of the firstborn child. $400 question from category Pharaoh. What happened to Pharaoh's army? The army was destroyed when God closed the waters of the Red Sea on them. $500 question from category Pharaoh. What did Pharaoh say when Moses told him that the Lord said to let his people go? Who is the Lord that I should obey his voice and let Israel go? Next category, Moses. $100 question. Who helped Moses deliver God's messages? Moses' brother, Aaron. $200 question from the category of Moses. How did Moses' mother try to save him? She placed him in a basket and put him in the Nile River. $300 question from category Moses. What did God tell Moses to do so the people would know God had sent him? Throw down his staff so it would turn into a snake. $400 question from category Moses. What did Moses see while he was watching sheep in Midian? A bush that was on fire, but it did not burn. $500 question from category Moses. When God spoke to Moses from the burning bush, what did he first tell Moses to do? Take off his sandals because Moses was standing on holy ground. All right, players, good job. We're now moving over to the next category, the plagues. How many plagues did God send to Egypt for $100? God sent 10 plagues to Egypt. $200 question from the category the plagues. Why did God send the plagues? To prove to the Egyptians that he is the one true God. $300 question from the category the plagues. What was the first plague that God sent to Egypt? God turned water into blood. $400 question from the category the plagues. How many of the 10 plagues involved animals? 5 of the 10 plagues involved animals. There were frogs, gnats, flies, the death of livestock, and locusts. $500 question from the category The Plagues. What were the plagues that did not involve animals? Water to blood, boils, hail, 3 days of darkness, and death of the firstborns. $100 question from the category The Wilderness. What did the Israelites call the food that God provided? They called the food manna. $200 question from the category The Wilderness. How long did the Israelites eat manna in the wilderness? $40 years. $300 question from the category The Wilderness. How did God provide water for his people? He told Moses to hit a rock with his staff and water came out. $400 question from the category The Wilderness. What does manna mean? The word manna means, what is it? $500 question from the category The Wilderness. What were God's rules about collecting manna? Only collect enough to eat each day, collect enough for 2 days on Friday so that they would not have to collect on the Sabbath. $100 question from the new category, The Commandments. How many commandments did God give to Moses? Ten Commandments. $200 question from the category The Commandments. What was the name of the mountain where Moses spoke with God? The mountain was called Mount Sinai. $300 question from the category The Commandments. How can the 10 Commandments be broken up? The first 4 deal with the person's relationship with God. The last 6 deal with a person's relationship with other people. $400 question from the category The Commandments. How did God speak to the Israelites in front of Mount Sinai? God was in a dense cloud. $500 question from the category The Commandments. What are the first 4 commandments? Worship only God. Do not make idols. Do not misuse God's name. Keep the Sabbath day holy. $100 question from our final category, Genesis. Who were the first people in Genesis? Adam and Eve. $200 question from the category Genesis. Who was the oldest person to live in history? His name was Methuselah. $300 question from the category Genesis. How long did Methuselah live? He lived 969 years. $400 question from the category Genesis. Who was the first martyr in the Bible? Abel. Cain killed Abel. Who are the three sons of Noah for $500 in the book in the category Genesis? Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, it's time for Final Jeopardy. Hope you guys are ready. The name Jesus means what? The name Jesus means God saves.